And we welcome you to Blues Game Day Live alongside Joe Vitale. I'm Darren Pang. We're in Sunrise, Florida, and we're happy to be in Sunrise, Florida, as you can see by Joe Vitale's fine tan. You've had a good day, haven't you?
It's been a good one. It's not quite your Bozo the Clown nose like you got going on, but it's close.
Yeah, I've spent a couple of days working hard on my short game. The Panthers are behind us. They're having a little optional skate there. The Blues will practice, but Joey, I think this trip is really significant. It's the father's trip, or significant others. I mean, there's been some very important people on this trip. That if it's not the dads, it could be a friend like Zach Sanford has, obviously with his father passing away, or it could be others as well. So I always like this time. I always like hanging out with the dads as well. Maybe it's because we're more their age than we are the players' age.
Well, maybe you, not me, but no, I love this time, and it's so funny to meet these guys' dads, and for the most part, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. I had a chance to catch up with Robert Thomas's grandpa, who's here. Robert Thomas's dad's away on business overseas, and Bruce is just a character and a half. He's so kind and just so gentle, just like Robert. You can see the similarities, and I remember as a player having my dad on these trips, and one of the common threads that all these dads just can never believe is how much food these athletes eat. And I always tell them, make sure you wear your stretch pants all the meals, the breakfast, the lunch, the snacks. There's dinners on the planes. There's dinners when you get to the hotel. It never really quite ends, but certainly a fun time. The Blues have played very well during these times as well.
5-1 is the record. No one wants to disappoint the dad. Some teams have had the mothers on the trip, and it's turned around some teams too. And I think the Blues have always rallied. I always like watching, Carl Gunnarsson. And Boom Boom Gunnarsson's he always plays well with Pops here, and Dad's here as well from Sweden. And I think the whole group. I think you just want to do well because you want to have fun afterwards. So the players will stay here in Florida. They'll head to Tampa Bay tomorrow, so that's always a nice get together as well. That's another nice day in the sun tomorrow.
Well, that's the other thing too, because most of these dads are from the north, and like I was talking to some of them, Jake Allen's stepdad's here, father-in-law's here, and he was saying this -20, where he's
minus 20.
Yeah. It's like a 100-degree swing for a lot of these dads, so they're enjoying the sun as well.
Well, and the Blues are playing some great hockey
yes,
too.
They are.
I mean, what a performance in Columbus. I think we should get into the shots for and shots against differential. I mean, that's a winning formula when you're out shooting the opposition. They've only gave up 33 shots in the last 2 wins. That's great team defense.
It really is. I remember at the end of that game a couple nights ago in Columbus, walking down the tarmac there, it was Atkinson and one of the players slamming their stick, leaving the ring. I mean, it's a frustrating style of hockey, and this is kind of, to me, the old Blues style, where it's a suffocating approach to the game, where everything's kept to the outside, nothing kind of is going through the middle of the ice, and this is the style they're really starting to play very well. They're getting great goaltending from Jake and Jordan on the road here, and the whole defensive core. You can tell it's an inside-out defensive mindset, and with the big defenseman and the healthy defenseman the Blues have, it's been very hard to break through.
Well, with the father's trip, we should segue right into a father.
Let's do it.
And who better to break down what the Blues are doing than the All-Star? Ryan O'Reilly has continued his great play, so we're going to bring in his father, Brian O'Reilly. Coach Rye.
Coach Rye.
Hey, come on in here, Coach Rye. Huh? You got first of all, you got your beach outfit. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you, Brian.
And so you had to dress warm. This is a cold rink.
It is a cold rink, so I'm glad I brought a sweatshirt.
You're not going to wear that on the beach later on, are you?
I hope not to. I want to get as much skin as I can exposed. So
you had to be really proud of Ryan at the way he's played, but the way he's adjusted, but the way that he played at the All-Star game as well.
yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to attend, but my wife did, and oh my gosh, she really enjoyed it. She said it was just
almost had a car.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah. You would have snagged it, huh?
Well, my wife probably would have.
That's usually the way it goes. Now, I understand that some dads do room together, Brian, but you are not going to be room with your son because Ryan has an issue with you as a roommate, right?
Yeah, I tend to snore a little, so the walls kind of go in and out,
And Ryan needs to sleep.
Wait, so that was you?
Yeah, that was me.
You're four floors above me. I heard you.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad.
The players get treated pretty well, huh? That's a nice setup that everybody's got.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's just an awesome time, awesome space. What a hotel.
Yeah.
Right on the beach. Oh, I'm telling you, it's great.
Brian, you've done these a few times. As you live the life of a player for a couple of days. You see what they go through, the sleep patterns, the flights. Is there anything at this point? I know you've done them a while, but is there anything still that just kind of jumps out at you as a shock?
No, this whole experience of, just being here and seeing the daily routines and the structure and, you know how everything comes down to being focused, you know, and everything is upfront about your performance, and it's got to be that all the time, and it's pretty intense, and I just love that. I love being in that high performance environment.
Well, because your son is obviously taken that from the structure that you guys have given him, but his everyday habits, have they always been this? Is it the word meticulous?
Meticulous, a word?
Yeah.
Meticulous.
Yeah, he's pretty meticulous, but he's extremely passionate, and he takes after his mom a lot. Mom is ultra competitive, so you know, we were laughing. We were coming over in the bus because, you know, we were talking about Mom and you know how she'd love to be here because, you know, this is her, you know. Yeah, oh yeah, they're so much alike, and you know, if they lose, like it's their whole life, you know.
So you took the brunt of that.
Oh yeah. Every time they lose, and she's not very nice to be around. So
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
When you go from the bus to here, did you go into the locker room? Did you go to the coach's room? I just wondering, because I mean that's your business and and you all your life. But do you sit down with Craig Berube or the assistants, or and just take a look at see what they're doing to prepare?
No, I again, because I work with the Sharks, I have to try to I want to kind of keep that distant, you know, and not get in anyone's way, and just be a dad and enjoy the experience and love it, So I'm pretty happy. It's awesome.
and we hear that Ryan had a special nickname when he was younger.
Oh yeah, Snook. Snook was his name.
Why was it called Snook?
Come on.
Well, Snook's been his name. Even as teachers at school called him Snook. We grew up. We had our own 4, and then we had foster kids. We had 4, sometimes 6 foster kids. And anyway, we had a couple kids who were named Ryan. Well, my mom always referred to him as, that kid is a little snook, and she would always do it in an Irish accent, right? She'd say, oh yeah, she'd go, oh, that guy's a little snook, So that name just kind of stuck, and because we had the other Ryans as foster kids, we just always called him Snook. So his whole life he's been called Snook.
He was a troublemaker, you mean?
Let's say he was always on the go and exploring, like, he's one of these explorers. Like, he sees something, he would go to it, had to figure it out. What is it? How do I know? Can I pull it down?
That's like Joe right there.
Me.
I start calling you Snook.
Snook. Is it Snook or Snook?
Snook.
Snook.
S-N-O-O-K.
Like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I'm going to use it on the broadcast tonight.
Yeah, he's... little
Snooky.
Yeah, Snook, yeah.
Somewhere along the way you found a guitar.
Well, yeah, see, like that's another thing. Like, once he always loved music, and he would sit and listen to music at a very young age. So I knew that if he takes up anything, he just puts his whole self into it. You know what I mean? He can't do anything half-assed. Oh, sorry about that.
That's fine.
No,
okay.
that's a good assumption, actually.
Yeah.
You can't half-hearted. You can't do it
He
half-hearted.
can't do anything
Yeah,
half-hearted.
we see him in practice every day. Everything he does is full in.
Yeah,
right?
he's all in, and it means everything to him. And there's good points of that, and there's not so good points of that, because like when he loses or he can't master something, he takes it personally, and then and that's good, but then that drives him to work hard. But then he's not so fun to be around because he takes it all so personally. I admire Dana so much because she handles him so well. Like, just knows when to say something and when not to say something. She's just so great with him. Just so much support,
You guys were happy about the handoff. All yours.
Oh, yeah. Dana's just amazing mother and amazing wife. She knows exactly how to deal with him. So it's awesome.
I'm just wondering about the musical inclination. Are you good with the guitar? Are you good with any music?
Well, I grew up in a family. Unfortunately, we had a lot of problems in our family, but we can all sing our hearts out. We all, Mom would play the piano. We would, dance the jigs, the Irish jigs, because we're immigrants. We're first generation Irish, and the music's in all of us, and we're that kind of that Irish family that would sing about everything and all that. But so I think he saw us doing that, so he naturally had that kind of movement towards music, perhaps. Maybe.
I love it.
Well, if we go 2-0 on this trip, this dad trip, you're going to have to do a little lick with us on this Facebook
Absolutely.
Live, I think.
We might need a little limerick.
Limerick, hey!
Yeah.
There once was a man named O'Reilly.
Perfect.
And he only wins when he's smiling.
Something like that.
Well, that's perfect. Thank you for coming up and joining.
thanks for having
It's
me.
always great seeing we were just saying that, seeing the dads and whoever might be on the trip. It's fun getting to know everybody. And I think that's an
Oh, it
important
is.
part of it. And it keeps us honest as broadcasters, too. You know, it really does. I mean, it's fun getting feedback from the parents or from anybody else because people watch or they listen to the games and stuff like that.
Well,
so
you
it's
guys
good.
are doing a great job. And
That's what we were looking for. That's what we were
and-
segueing.
There you go.
No, really. And your positivity and you know, when the team is really down and you can find the things that they're doing well, like you guys do a great job at that, and that's how change happens. You know, you got to keep focusing on what you can do, and forget about what you can't do, and build. You know, build from what you can do. So, you guys are awesome. So
We were raised in positive households.
That's right.
there you go.
I just got goosebumps. I don't think that's my sunburn. I think that's something else.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brian.
We look forward to the rest of the trip.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll wrap things up here, Joe Vitale.
Yeah.
And that's always nice. That's always great, isn't it?
Oh, I love it.
So we'll get to know some of the pops, and we'll get to maybe we'll interview Snook later on.
Snook.
Huh?
I
Oh,
can't
is
wait.
he's in trouble now on this broadcast.
It's coming. It's coming.
So the game time tonight is at hold on a second. It's 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, right, Pinky? Okay, 6 o'clock. 5:30 is the pregame show on KMOX. And also on Fox Sports Midwest. John Kelly and I have the call, and of course, Chris Kerber and Joe Vitale as well. Look forward to this game. The Blues are very hot, sneaking up the ladder there, Joe, big boy. We're going to have a good day on the sun, but we're going to focus on the game tonight here in Sunrise. So enjoy the game for Joe Vitale. I am Darren Robert Pang.